Welcome to the Typical Skeptic Podcast, where we dive deep, you decide. Questioning the matrix from UFOs, where the shadows unknown reside. Rob Khalil busting myths like ghosts in the night. Paranormal pros, secret space ops, yo, we keep it real, no fright. Typical skeptical seeking, never sleeping on the lies. Aliens, Anunnaki, black ops in disguise. From abductions to ancient scripts, we flip the script wide. TSP style, mile after mile, truth can't hide. Hold up, TSP crew assemble, we dismantle the fable. My lab's targeted souls breaking out of the stable. Dogman howling, Bigfoot prowling, cryptids in the mist. Mandela the fifth twist in reality, can't resist the twist. Soul trap snapping, reincarnation mapping, holographic dreams. Near-death visions, out-of-body missions, waking up the teams. No censorship here, we fear no elite scheme. Conspiracy kings ringing bells, hear the freedom ring. The skeptical seeking, never sleeping on the lies. Extraterrestrials, interdimensional highs.
Welcome to Typical Skeptic Podcast. Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Welcome to
the stage. And hey guys, welcome back to another show, another episode of the Typical Skeptic Podcast. I'm really excited about my guest today. Tonight I have my good friend Marcia Sava, who's kind of helped me a lot with my healing journey. And she has, well, Chris with her but like Chris is in his altered personality. He has different alters, like, through the SSP. So we're going to learn about that today. And, if you guys have been following my channel for a while, I interviewed Arkeem Ra when his alter Edward was so I'm a little bit familiar with this, but this should be very interesting for sure. And I'm going to add them to the stage now. And Marcia, thanks. And Chris, Marcia and Mike, thank you so much for coming on. How's everybody doing?
Thank you. Good. How are you?
I know I'm getting tripped up too. So I really wanted to explain some shit that's been going on that's kind of blowing my freaking mind. So that not long ago I integrated Mike. Okay, so if people that don't know that story, please go back and listen to it. But it was how long ago? 4 or 5 months ago? When he was just a vision to me. That's it. Yeah, well, there was a lot of shit going on. I was trying to help Chris. So Mike got cut off from Chris at one point when this lady was trying to give us a necklace that she said would clear the dark entities. It actually cut Mike off, and I was able to reconnect. Anyway, it's a crazy story. But so he was just someone I could see in visions. And I could see him over there in the SSP, and I started sending him love and pulling him in. So about 4 or 5 months ago, I integrated him. After I integrated him, there was a lot of issues mentally and physically arising because of the merging of the two. So I had to keep him kind of pushed back in the personality. So I would wrap love around him and push him back like this. So this is what's been going on all this time. And so I when I integrated Mike, when I integrated Mike disappeared out of the personality.
She shut me completely off.
Disappeared. I didn't do it on purpose. I wanted to bring him forward.
She thought that I wanted to be integrated, that we wanted to be integrated. We didn't want to be integrated. We have a really good thing going right now. It's very strange.
Let me get to it. Hold on. I need. Okay.
Here's a good question I have for you. Does one personality want to dominate the other? Does like Mike want to be out more than Chris, or does Chris want to be out more than Mike, or is it like what's going on? How's that?
We're pretty symbiotic right now. We're still learning each other, but we're really symbiotic. Like he has things that he does that he needs his time, and sometimes I want my time, and we're good. We can do it together. One of us has to talk for us, you know what I'm saying? Like if Chris is out that day and I'm in there and we're split it at half and half, it's sort of like, I know it sounds so weird, but I sort of see out of out of this eye and he sort of sees out of this one. And now if I have to say like, hey, tell Marcia this, Chris will tell Marcia, or vice versa. But most of the time when we're both writing, Chris is, you know, the person that talks. But now he has a lot of issues, anxiety and all that. That's why he doesn't like coming on here. That's why he doesn't like people. But we're pretty symbiotic, man. Like, you know, and he lets me take over when I need to. And it's a very different. Can I go ahead and say that? I'll let Marcia go ahead and finish saying what she's saying. And then I'll tell you the rest of it. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I was just trying to give them a background so they understood like some stuff. So, I want people to understand how to work with their altars. I've figured out like so much cool stuff about how to work with altars. And there's a lot of other information I need to give on other podcasts. But so when Mike integrated, he disappeared out of the personality. And like I said, we had to keep him pushed back because of the integration was so rough. Chris was going through so much. So when I would see him getting edgy, I would go over there and say, Mike, like, and I would just wrap him with love and push him back in the personality. So as time went on, I was like, man, he told me one day, he came home and he said, Mike doesn't want to be here. He wants to leave. And I said, oh, hell no. I said, I did way too much to get him here. No, I said, Chris, and he was going through a kidney stone at the time. He was in there just screaming. And I was like, Chris, you have to dissolve the walls between you and Mike. And he was like, he was hurting really bad from kidney stone. He's like, okay. And he tried to dissolve them. And then he passed his kidney stone. I didn't see him till after that. The next day he came in and he was like, I keep getting that if I get a mustache, I'll be happy. And I remember Mike having more of a mustache looking thing. So
I wanted my mustache.
Yeah. And so I said, well, give him a mustache. I said, that is a Mike bleed through. I said, give him the mustache. Make him happy. I don't care what you do. Just make him happy. So I was giving him a haircut, which shaved him down to a mustache. And then after that, I saw him the next day because with Chris, it's real high by. And I saw him the next day and he said, I think Mike's happy. And he also had this look on his face, like his eyes were real wide like this. And he was just grinning at me from ear to ear, just looking at me. And it was really sweet. And I said, oh my God, I see a different personality in there. And I did not even know at the time it was Mike because I've always seen Chris and Mike as a blended being. And then when we integrated Mike disappeared out of the personality completely. And then after this was happening, Mike popped forward and he is just Mike right now.
Now that's where we are today.
That is what I'm tripping out on.
In saying that, I'm sorry. I just
okay.
can't.
Go ahead.
It's just some altars don't need to be integrated. I don't want to be integrated. I mean, now there's ones that on some people, okay, I get it if they're trying to take over and be dominant, but I love him and he loves me. And I have parts of me that he needs and he has parts of him I need. I need his empathy and he needs my sweet, happy, fun, loving self that doesn't care. He apologizes all the time. I don't apologize for anything. I'm not going to, just because life is life and shit happens. But we work really good together. I mean, great. Like this weekend, the past weekends, this weekend, I've been me. I've been able to be me. Now, Chris will handle work, but when we come home, he needs to rest and like needs that mental break. So I take over and, you know, things are just been fun and awesome. And it's just been really good. It works for us. And I wanted to come on here because if anybody had any questions or you had any questions, I just wanted people to realize I'm not crazy and other people that have this going on are not crazy either.
Yeah. And I've asked them a lot of questions. So I know a lot about how this transitional state is from when they're coming from the SSP and coming into a body, what it is like for that altar. That's really valuable information because I'm sitting here trying to convince altars all the time to come to the body. So if I know what that process is for them, I can inform them prior, you know. So
and the other part is when we switch, there's not like a button. There's not something I can sit here and be like, ooh, Chris, come out. or if Chris is Mike, and vice versa, come out. You can't do that. Okay. You can't switch like that. For me to allow Chris to take over, it's almost like your brain has to, it's hard. It's not hard to explain. It's just crazy, but your brain has to accept that and know that you're going from one to the other. So you have to go to sleep. You have to allow your body to lay down or sit up at a desk and just go to sleep. Almost meditate to the point of your sleep. I do it going to sleep. So I'll go to sleep, real sleep like that. And we already know what's going to happen. And then Chris will wake up. But that's the way that we switch. That's the only way I know to switch. I do not think it's possible for alters to be sitting here as I'm Mike and talking to you and be like, oh, hey, I'm Chris. I don't think that happens. I don't believe that happens, but hey, to each is their own. This is new to me, but that is the way that it has to switch with Chris and I. And like I said, we work good together. We're still learning each other. We're still learning that part of, I'm starting to get some of his memories. He's starting to get some of mine. I'm starting to get some of my older memories back. And so is he, but it's just a learning experience for us. And it's really, really cool.
It's like, what are you experiencing like supernaturally, Chris? Like, what were you experiencing stuff in other realms and stuff? Like,
Mike.
I'm like, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I know.
I'm so sorry. I get confused. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm dealing with it too.
It's hard. It's hard, but it's like, and I understand it, with the calling me Chris, just, I want to be, I guess the reason that I want to be my Mike is because, every person wants to be who they are. So, I understand. I know it's confusing.
It's just because I know you as Chris, and like I've seen your face as Chris, and you know what I mean.
He is Chris on some level too.
I told Marcia that I will start wearing a name tag, but she can tell the difference a lot now. But it just gets her brain, seeing my face. But I get a name tag that says Mike or Chris because we're coming out and sharing time a lot easier now, and I like it. And you know what? Chris likes it. So that's what we're going to be from now on. But ask me your question one more time.
No, I just thought of something. This could be fascinating. Like, like in mainstream society, we're taught that having multiple personality disorder is like a problem. Like, people, they look down on it, but like, you're like yeah. I also interviewed I told Marcia this. I interviewed, or maybe I can't remember if I told you this or not. I interviewed Arkham Ra when he was in his full Edward altar. Like he has this altar that's Edward, and he's from like London, and I did a whole interview with him. So I've seen this before, but I just think it's interesting to me. Like but I don't think it's a bad thing at all. Like I can see like you still have the personality and the quality traits of Chris, but you're Mike. I see
because he was blended. When I first started working with Chris, he was both. He was both. I always saw Mike, but once Mike split off as a separate personality, I realized I don't know who this person is.
Because separately we're way different. Like
their bodies
one day or another time, if I can get Chris or Marcia can get Chris and I can get Chris to do a podcast, you'll see how, just a little quieter he is and he leaves a little bit sooner and things like that. But he's not as open about it. I'm rad, dude. I'm ready to, I don't really worry about nothing. And I like to just have fun.
That's cool. I like that. Yeah. So, but you feel like you're having SSP experiences, Mike. Like you feel like this is tied to like. Do you feel like you have clones or other alters out there?
No, and I don't know if that's true. If that happens, the only thing that I have going on now is me and Chris. All the work that Marcia's done has split me from that. Like I don't go back into an SSP body when I'm not here. Yeah, I go into almost like a stasis. Like,
but you did have that though, right? You had.
I did. Oh yeah, man. Like, and I still have my memories from a lot of that. Like,
he's a separate personality.
I don't want to say that. Like in those bodies, this body is new to me. Since all this integration, this body is new to me. I was a lot more fit than this. I looked like this mostly. Just a little changed in the face.
You look different. I'm not gonna lie. You look different. Like, or Mike looks different than Chris. Like, yeah.
Yep. And Marcia says that all the time. And honest to goodness, man, things affect me different than they do Chris, and vice versa. Chris will take peptides, and he can. Oh man, as soon as he takes them, he can feel them. if I take them for him, say during the middle of the day, like I'm him all weekend, I'm Mike all weekend, I'll take those for Chris, but I don't feel anything. Other medicines, other things, my body is different sometimes. Like sometimes
he's even got allergies that are different.
And I've got all kind of things that are different. But Kylie, what was this question? I forgot when you said something.
Oh shit, sorry.
About the SSP stuff.
Oh yes.
Stuff
Now,
like other dimensions and other realities. And
yeah. Now in that, I have those memories. Like I used to be in a better, more fit body. Okay. This is different. He's got to lose some weight. We got to fix this fatness. But
I'm the same way.
I have those memories of things that I've done that I'm not going to lie. I did a lot of things. I can't tell you on here because I don't want to get in trouble, but
but
when people had to be taken care of, things were taken care of, and I remember it and I know how to do it. And I miss the military part of me, of going into that. I do. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
It was bad things. I have been, in space. It is not the hype that everyone thinks. I got sick. I was sick when I went into space for the first 30 minutes. But other than that, it's a job. It's not something that's fun and all this. It's a job. Like I was trained to do things, and I still have that training. I could still do it in Chris's body. I may be in a fatter body, but my mind is still there, and all these memories are there. Like I remember riding in ships. I love diesel vehicles because diesel is what I know, riding around in military vehicles. Some other things trigger it. Walking in the woods triggers it when I am me. Now, Chris will vaguely like military stuff because he's getting that side of me before. He'll like other things because it was me. Now, until Marcia integrated and pushed us like that, I was in the SSP, but it makes the craziest thing. Now I don't go to that body anymore. I come here, I share this with Chris, and he allows me to come back and forth. Now, if he would not allow me to do that, and Marcia was trying to push out, like she didn't know before, would try to push me out, I would not exist, or I would be in a realm that I can't even hardly explain because it's sadness to me. It's dark. It's being alone. Chris likes to be alone. Chris doesn't have to be with anybody. Me, I like people. I want to be around people.
And he wants to talk. Chris hates talking on podcasts.
He doesn't like it, but I do. I love it.
Mike said, here, let's do a podcast. I was like, are you serious? And there's so many things that Mike does that Chris doesn't. It really just dawned on me in the last couple of days. Oh my God. Yes, I was in the SSP, by the way. It was but I'm not anymore. I got all my altars closed down and everything. There's things with him that I just realized just a couple of days ago, oh my God, I'm Chris, this is Mike. I've never seen Mike by himself. It's always been a blend of the two, and then Mike disappeared out of the personality. So when we quit pushing Mike back, he popped forward like this, and literally Chris had to accept him coming in and taking over some. He had to trust. They had to trust each other and start working together. So,
and that's harder than you think. I mean, that's like he had to trust me as saying something in a dream he had and always has. Hey man, yeah, come on through, come on in here. So that took a lot. That took a lot for him. And like I said, I love Chris, but I am not Chris. And some people will see that as either a schizophrenic with multiple personalities, which you could call it that. That may be what it is, but it's like you said, it's not a bad thing. Okay. We need to be the same. We need each other. Like I need Chris.
Yeah, this
Chris
is actually
me.
helping a lot. It's this split right here.
And it's just
a lot.
And I remember I have 2 children. Chris has 2 children, but I do. I wasn't there to make those children. I remember them as a dream. I remember vaguely,
he remembers me as
seeing them around there. That's how it is to me. The memories that Chris has until all this happened were like dreams, just like he used to have dreams of me.
Are you existing when you're not embodying Chris? Are you in another dimension or something, or where do you exist?
He's now here in this.
Well,
body.
no, that's what he's saying. When I'm not here, just like Chris is not here right now. Chris is in, and there may be multiple words for it, almost like a stasis,
Like a
like
dream
your
state.
dream in a
Okay,
dream
like
state.
Okay, like a stasis.
In a dream state. So since I don't have that physical body to go to anymore, since I was cut from the SSP and all that, which I'm thankful for. Now I'm not going to lie. Like I said, I miss the military part. I miss that.
Yeah.
But I'm happy here now that Chris allows me to be here. But yeah, no, like when I'm not here, it's almost like I'm in a dream stasis. It's like I went to sleep, and if it's long periods of time that Chris doesn't, want to check out or let me in, then it's like, damn, 2 weeks felt like, 30 minutes. I wake up and it's I wake up and it's next month.
He has no idea how much time passes.
But sorry, my arm hurt. But golly, my arm hurts bad. But that's what I'm saying about the symbiotic, about the working together. Like he doesn't put me in there, let me stay out there that long. Because
So I have a question. Have you always existed as long as Chris has existed? Or do you guys yeah.
No, I've always existed as long as he has. Yes. But like I said, even as a child, like my memories are starting to come back. But when he was a kid, he'd have dreams about me. And when I was, being trained, because I was a child, I have that, this coming back to me. Let me say that I was a child also, but I was raised by the military. They had me. So I was trained from birth, you would say, to be a killer. The body that I was in had injections, super soldier injections. I had every bit of that. Now, my mind may have left.
Yes, this is the assassin altar.
My mind may have left. But all that training and everything is still there. I miss it. I'm not going to lie. Now, Chris helps me with that. He helps me keep it to a calmness. But when you do, I say, cleaning work, let's say that. When you do cleaning work your whole life, you miss it. Especially when it was bad. But now there were other things that I've done that I'm not proud of. And I have to deal with that. But I still remember it.
Yeah.
But Chris has been really good. Like I said, I help Chris and Chris helps me. I mean, we need each other. And I was there. We were both there somewhat. Now that you think about it, growing up and all through life, because his good, happy, fun, strong side was me.
I know. And that's what's been missing. And I was like, what the fuck? I didn't know that was you.
You just cuss.
Sorry.
And on
I do cuss.
And on my side of it, Chris just dreamed about and helped me, with my military part. Like, I would dream about him. He dreamed about cool stuff that was happening to me, and I dreamed about, stuff that was happening to him. But it helped both of us. We didn't know we were there, but we did, if that makes sense. Like we had no clue. We were just dreaming about it. We just thought, hey, I had this really cool dream, you
were just a dream.
Until
not
then,
long ago. I
was set. And that's what I'm saying. Like, this is,
shit's blowing my
I haven't always been like, everybody's talking about, like, other people have been in the SSP, you're talking about it, which is, and it's true and it's great. But I guess there's a difference. Like Marcia's been in it. She knows she's been in it. And all this other stuff with altars, I have those memories. I can tell you, I could point a picture of the people's face out I cleaned. I wish I could draw. I could draw so much stuff that I've seen.
Well, that's what have you? What all of you do you remember? Do you remember being on other planets and stuff like that?
Yeah, that's it. A lot of that's coming back. But yes, I do. I remember having to go back and forth, and when we were in ships, that was to get, from here to there a little bit, but to get far away, it was portals. I've been through portals. Now, it ain't no fun little, I haven't even really told Marcia this, but it ain't no fun little, woohoo. It hurts like hell. When you go through the portal, it hurts like hell. It feels like your skin's being melted off.
Wow, really?
It only lasts for about 5 seconds, but it feels like your skin's being melted off. That's the main thing I remember with that. But I've been all kind of other places. There's a wide world out there that Chris and everybody else that hasn't been a part of it doesn't know, man. Like, we're just so small compared to everything. And everybody's just kept us quiet. And it's crazy.
We got a really good question. This is from Janet Paul. She says, "Did they clone you when you were with the military and stuff? Do you think they made clones of you?"
I think that they got to get me and Chris as we are. And this is a really good question. Thank you. I think they cloned me as a child. I think they got my DNA when I was really, like, before I was even born. Like, I'm talking about in my mother's womb, because Christy, what's Christy's last name?
Campbell.
Oh, Campbell.
Yes, she did a thing on me and said that my mother and father were in the program also. So I think that is where, they got my DNA before I was born. So therefore, my consciousness was in both. And now we knew each other then, but we're meeting now and being like, "What's up, man? Hey, this is what I'm doing." And it does. I guess I'm not tripped out.
Cool.
I mean, it
Cool
sounds crazy.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
But it is what it is, man. Like, I am Mike, like, and Chris is Chris. We're two different people, but we're two wonderful people. Like, and we work so good together. And I think if other people that maybe thought they had schizophrenia and multiple personalities, or people with other alters, see if that alter wants to work with you, see if that's a good alter, see if that's something that's been there, that's helped you, that you've got a little part of. Like, just don't be scared of it. I mean, there's going to be.
I got a question about that. Do you feel like if people sometimes, like, if they dismiss their alters, that it could cause issues? Like, because maybe the alters start trying to come out and it's maybe causing problems for the main person, and they're trying to deny it. It's actually like maybe causing some kind of, like, I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah, I believe that it does, but I can't speak on that because I don't know. I mean, all I know is I looked up, man. I looked up. I have Chris, and Chris has me, and we work together, and I don't know why, I don't know how it's this symbiotic, but I'm really thankful that it is, because
he's giving Chris a break, because Chris has just
he's been having a really hard time because he just stresses a lot about everything. He's always, I'm sorry. And
Mike, don't say I'm sorry like that.
No, I mean, there's no need.
They're totally different.
What do Chris's kids think? Like,
they
don't know. No, I just introduced myself to Chris's daughter, our daughter, but playfully. And I was like, "Hey, girl, I want you to meet your daddy's alter, Mike." And I danced around with her, and she thought it was funny, but it's hard to explain to them, man. I mean, what do you tell your 13-year-old? And she's got some issues going on herself, and I'm trying to help her with that.
So he experiences her as a dream. That's how he knows the kids.
That's how
they were like dreams.
They were like dreams to me. Now they're, and I have a love for them. Okay. Like, I love them. I mean, I know that they're my own because they're Chris's. And then when we're one, I mean, it's hard to explain, man, but I love them like they're my own because they are my own in some way. I mean, I don't know how to explain that.
Do you think that maybe you and Chris were like twin brothers in a past life or something, or were you feel like you were created by the military? Like,
I was created. My body was created, and therefore my consciousness was created. So that's all I've known, man. Was war, fight. And I mean, I'm not going to lie. Now, listen, the SSP is bad. I'm not saying that it's not at all. Have they done some good things? Maybe. Have they done a lot of bad shit? Yeah. Okay, bad. I miss a piece of that, though. I miss a little bit of it. I miss the what do you call it? Where you got to do stuff at a certain time, the routine about everything. I miss going to seeing other systems and other beings. That's something that is hard for Chris to even understand, because I have those memories and I know those memories. I can share them with him. That's probably why he's able to tell you about things. Seriously. But the portals were hard. That's rough. And Any other some
Yeah,
other
you guys
questions?
got
Give me
questions?
some good questions.
I
here.
can
I'll
tell
you
y'all
whatever,
some really
but
cool.
let them try to answer the questions.
Okay.
Ask questions first. Go ahead.
Let's see this. I mean, I came up with a lot of. I mean, I'm trying to think of what other questions I have. Janet Paul. Yeah, and put your questions in the chat, guys. You know, as we're going here, and yeah, and you'll do like a Q&A here. Janet Paul says, are there two sides of the SSP?
I would say, yeah, there's good sides of a little bit of everything, but there are certain groups of the SSP, just like you split off in the military. Now, there's some bad ones. I don't really think that. I sort of think I was in the middle. I don't want to sit here and lie to you and say I was on the good team. I was on the, I don't know. I don't exactly know where I stand. I know the people that that I cleaned were bad. Some were maybe good, but yes, I do feel that there are separate parts of the SSP that are good that still use, how he says, I like the bad side will use, like I said, like the portals and stuff like that. The good side still uses some of the bad stuff's ways to travel and things like that. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. But yes, there are two different sides, I believe. And I think there's a little more than that. Just like different factions or people believe that this species should be, taken care of, or this species should not be treated the way we're treating them. And then it's just a big thing, man. It's bigger than you could ever imagine, man. And it's not as cut and dry as regular. Like life right here is not as cut and dry, man. It's just like that. I mean, it's just like that. It's not what you see on TV. It's not like Star Trek and stuff like that. I mean, when you go see people at the first time, you don't understand what they're saying. We do have the ability for communicators that, translate the languages. It takes a minute, but, it works. And we have that technology. I mean, we have wicked cool technology. We have technology that would save people from cancer, save everybody from everything. Med beds.
Yeah.
They're real. I have been in one. They can read the body that I had, that I had before I became in with Chris. I had to have my arm. Dude, I've been hurt so many times. And I've been in a med bed probably 15 times. And it's just like magic. It's like popping in a microwave, but it fixes you.
Damn. Like, with this is from Water's View. Water View says, "What does Mike think about good SSP group?" Oh, you kind of just touched on that, right?
I like the good SSP groups. Like I said, I don't know exactly where I stood when I was there, but you got to understand.
Compartmentalized. It's hard to know.
But you got to understand that before, like I said, Chris was a dream to me. So I didn't know all this good, bad shit, man. I did what I was told. Okay, yeah. You do what you're told, or you're gone, man. They have no problem just, cleaning you.
Yeah.
So you do, yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Yeah. This is from Janet Paul. She says, were you on the moon or Mars or any deep underground military bases?
Moon, yes. Moon is
Mars. We were together.
Moon is different. It's all underground, but it's on the dark side. Like, of course, everyone knows they keep all that a secret. It's more underground. It's pretty cool. Mars is fun, but it's almost like Earth, but you just can't breathe. And it's really windy. But there are a lot of things on there. There's a lot of things on the surface of Mars. Like we have, I want to say
the spiders,
15, look like Quonset hut bases, but they're not Quonset huts, little round things. But they're air sealed. But yes, we have those on Mars also. And it's pretty cool. Like I said, and I wish Chris could have seen this stuff. Like I have lived that life. Now the stuff he's lived is pretty cool to me sometimes, like experiencing his kids grow up, like that's cool to me.
He's all in the sweets because he never could have sweets. So he's all in the sweets.
There's certain things that I couldn't have when I was there. I couldn't eat sweets. I had to stay in shape, but yeah, that's funny. I eat sweets all the time.
Yeah.
That answered
one thing, Marcia, that you mentioned you said that you feel like that they look different too, like Mike and Chris. Like,
let me tell you some key differences. That's what I was trying to do when we got started. That I've learned that. Oh yeah, he's got a different energy, a different feel, but he's familiar because he was Chris was a blend of both personalities from the beginning. So when Mike actually dropped out of the picture when he was integrated, I was like, what the fuck happened? Because all of a sudden, Chris wasn't Chris to me. Chris was always a blend of Mike, always. So when he dropped out of personality, I was super confused, and Chris was just stressed all the time.
I'm the awesome side.
And then once Chris started melting those walls, like I told Chris, you got to dissolve the walls. Once he did that, Mike and we stopped pushing him back because we felt it was safe and Chris could handle it. Mike popped through just like this, and I was like, oh my God. So like, Chris is clumsy and Mike is not. That's one key difference I've noted. That he
You
told
wrote
me.
all this down?
Yeah, I did. Mike is messier.
I like to mess with Chris.
They're both.
I'm just going to tell you.
Oh,
I'm
tell
just-
him what you
I'll-
did.
I will tell you what I did to him. Okay. And this is how a relationship that we have. Okay. I thought it would be really funny. Like
Chris,
I've been taking control for the weekend, and at nights and stuff. So I just thought it was funny. I'm a funny guy, I pissed his pants just to mess with him, just to make him think just a little bit. Okay. And then I wrote on there, Mike was here on my stomach.
Mike was here. Chris
So
texts
when
me and goes, Mike pissed on me, and then he wrote what Mike was here. He totally was all together. He had no idea.
That's how we. And it's just me. I just think it's funny. You might think that's really effed up, but I just think it's really funny. Like, and that's the relationship that Chris and I have. We don't have one of these, oh God, this and that. Like he understands. I mean, he was a little pissed off about the other. But the writing on the stomach, he thought was funny as hell because he, like I said, I seen a text on there where he sent, and see that's the difference too. Like I can look at his phone,
the funny one.
but I just thought it'd be funny. He'll wake up and he'll see Mike was here on his belly. That shit's funny.
Yeah.
Now I had to get used to Chris in other ways. Like Chris has dentures. I don't know if he wants me to tell you that, but Chris has dentures. So when I came into him and we are splitting like this, that was new to me. Eating with those were new to me. The different styles that he, had his body. But like I said, I had tattoos, all over my arms. I know about sleeves, tattoos over there. I would like them again. But I don't know if Chris wants to do that. But I'm not going to force anything. Like I said, we have a very symbiotic relationship.
Yeah, they did.
We don't want to mess that up.
They are working together on who. Yeah, that's what I'm answering. Yeah, Christy, I'm answering you. They are working together on who's popping out when. So actually, because he's the more fun one and the more chill one, which I had no idea. I didn't know this shit. This is all new to me. So since he's the fun one and the chill one, he's taking over for Chris. So Chris is like kind of in a dream state right now, and it is giving Chris a break because Chris has been dealing with so much shit. He's about to snap right now. So Mike is actually stepping forward to give Chris a break. So they're working completely together. And so it's working right now. It's actually giving Chris a break to deal with his shit right now while Mike's taking the forefront. But yeah, they're not fighting or anything like that. They can, when they're in a blended state, they can communicate fun. They can communicate with each other, and they both remember what happened.
I wish there was a pizza place on Mars, man.
Is there? I was like, Matthew was joking around. Matthew said, like, are there ever any janitors or anything? And Matthew said he would be the janitor. So I was just joking back at him. I said, I'll be the pizza guy. I'll go to Mars and make pizza, guys. I love pizza. Like,
hey, dude,
like,
I would like it.
You know.
I would have loved to have some pizza, man. It ain't and we don't eat pills. We don't take pills to eat. We get regular, military food. I mean, almost honestly, like MREs, like technology is way better, and we have really cool stuff. But food wise, they don't really give a shit. You eat what you eat, and you do what you're supposed to do. Is Mike going to work for Chris? Oh, that is a really good question. I'm a little more don't take shit from people. And Chris is a manager where he works. So we tried that. We tried the work thing, and it doesn't go well. Okay. I lost it on somebody. Like I was like, ain't nobody can talk to me like that. And
I remember Chris.
And it was really hard to hold back, and I can't do it. So we've made an understanding, and this is how good we work together. Chris handles work. Chris goes to work. Chris wakes up in the morning because my ass ain't, since this is happening, I don't wake up early. Okay. Chris handles that. Chris gets up. Chris gets going. And he takes up. Now, in the middle of the day, or like, you know, like he'll wake up, or like how I am on the weekends, he'll wake up and then he'll go back to sleep for a little while. And then I come in. But the early stuff, I leave to him. And work, I leave to him. Out of work right now, Chris has been really stressed. So I handle out of work, man. And everybody else seems to be loving it. Chris's daughter, my daughter, I keep saying Chris's daughter, but my daughter too. Okay. I love her. She is benefiting from my calmness because Chris is always like, are you okay? Are you okay, sweetheart? Are you okay? Are you okay, baby? Are you happy? Are you happy?
He'll drive you nuts for that.
And he'll drive, you know, they say he drives you nuts with that shit. And I'm just not going to do it. Are you good? Okay.
Chris is a really caring guy, though.
Yeah, he is.
Like,
and that's where his downfall a little bit is. And it's not a bad thing. He is a very caring guy, but he needs to also learn that not to stress about people being happy. He worries about people so much that it makes him sick because he stresses. Like he want to make sure, you know, are you happy, Robert? You're good. We did a good thing, right? You know what I'm saying? He cares so much that it makes him stress. Like he cares about people so much, it makes him sick. And I'm in trying to help him with that. And we'll get it taken care of, you know, because we're going to be working together. You know what I'm saying?
They're working together great.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I handle home life. And, you know, if I have to, I'll, you know, I won't step in at work anymore unless it absolutely 100% calls for it. And he asked me to, because I almost got him in a lot of trouble with that. But no, I handle home, he handles work.
Yeah. And it works good that way.
And it works great. Like we have a great relationship, man. I'm telling you right now, like if people are schizophrenic and split personalities, if that's what they are, then it's okay. It's okay. Or it's alters or whatever it is, whatever people want to call it. It's okay. But like you said, Rob, there's some out there that are bad. And I don't know. I leave that to you guys. I don't know how to fix that. I don't know how to tell that. I can just tell you that Chris and I have a good thing of working.
Yeah, it's working really good. And, you know, Mike did something today that was highly impressive. And he made this guy feel so good and did such a good thing for him. He was like, thank you. You just restored my confidence in humanity, or my faith in humanity, something like that. Yeah. And I was like, oh. So, I mean, you know, I just want you to see that Mike is also a really, really good guy. He just had to do what he had to do.
We're both really good. Like I said, we're both good. But, I mean, Chris has that does care a whole lot. And, you know, I appreciate you saying that. And, like, there was a car that Chris is selling.
No, Bren, there's no other altars.
There's a car that Chris is selling. Chris is really good at that, man. Okay, he's good at bartering and all this other stuff. I'm not. But the car had some rust on it. And it wasn't going to be good or last that long. And the people that were asking about it was a family that wanted to use it to pull their camper. And they really wanted it. And they were going to pay high money for it and all that stuff. Well, I didn't think it was good enough. So I called them back and I said, hey, listen, here's this other guy that's selling the exact same vehicle. He's a little further away. Exactly what you're looking for. He's taking great care of it. Mine's not good enough. And that's when the guy was like, dude, no one would ever have done that. They would have tried to cover it up and, you know, get me to buy it, and it would have just been awful. You know, you really just did something good and, you know, made me have faith in humanity again.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. We have a couple questions.
Yes, I do. I do actually do that shit. I do leave, like I said, I wrote on my belly. To mess with Chris. Okay?
Mike was here.
But Mike was here. But if I leave notes, I do leave notes for him. Like if something happened that was drastic and I took full over. Now, if we're both there, you don't have to leave notes. But yes, if work is going that way and I have to step in at work, he does have to leave notes. Other than that, he doesn't leave me anything, but I leave a lot of funny shit laying around. Like, dude, I put shit everywhere. I think it's so funny. Like when I was since I was in the military, the SSP, you know, we used to fuck around and play with people. Like, dude, we do some funny gags, man. And that's funny to me. And I miss that camaraderie. So I'll leave little notes, or like I said, I'll write on his belly. I'll, you know, I'll do some.
Pissed on him twice.
Yeah, I don't really want everybody to know that one, but I guess everybody does.
I think it's hilarious. He did it on purpose.
I did it on purpose for him, and I mess with him. Like, I don't know, man. I leave stuff all over the place. Like I'll leave something where to bother the shit out of him. But it's funny, and it doesn't bother him like that. It doesn't
No,
make
it's
him
funny.
mad.
He
It's
likes
funny.
it. And I wanted to say too, he explained to me too how for Chris, I said, so like we were out there cleaning the car. I said, so for Chris, when he comes out and sees the car, he'll be surprised. He'll be like, oh, he just cleaned the car.
I'll be like,
so
heck yeah, Mike.
It works
That's
like
what he
that.
would be like. That's what he would be like.
It's working like, yeah, he will. It's working like that as long as it's just Mike Ford. If it's both of them blended, they both have memories. But if it's not, hold on, let me finish. If it's not, I'm trying to say this twice. If they're not blended and it's just Mike Ford or just Chris Ford, the memories are harder to retrieve. He said it's almost like having to go into files and pull it out. So whatever Chris did, he can access, but it's harder. It's like having to read somebody kind of, or something.
But now, like I said, yes, we are. Hey, whoever wrote that one in the Waters View, you're right, man. This would make a hell of a comedy series.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy, and it makes sense, but doesn't.
Yeah, I mean,
but as going in that, like when we are together, and which we can do that, we're working a lot better at that part. But when we are together, Mike see out of Chris's right eye. And I say Chris's because this is his body pretty much. First, I have mine. I see out of this eye. When Chris is in, sees out of this eye. When we're in it together, I pretty much see out of my right eye, and he sees out of this one.
Yeah.
And Chris used to say all the time.
Okay, like I'll tell her. I'll be like Mike said, stop doing that stupid shit or something like that. Now, when we're both in there together, Chris is the one that talks pretty much.
Yeah.
We haven't, been in any parts together where I talk and Chris tells me stuff yet. That we're working on. It's easier for us to be together and him to talk. Don't ask me why. I don't know why. That's just stuff we're working on because, Chris has never said anything to you through me.
Yeah. I want to say for Chief Mustache in the audience, Chief Mustache says I'm glad it's working for him, but he thinks it doesn't work for other people. I'll give you guys another example. Like when I keep saying this, but when Arkeem Ra came on, he has an altar, or at least he did. I don't know if he integrated it or what happened, but his altar was Edward. You guys should talk to him for real. And like Edward comes out and like they were getting along fine, Edward and Arkeem, and they were just, it was like a symbiotic,
that's how they're being. Yeah, it's been great actually. And
he was about to say something.
Oh shit, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, no, go ahead. It's all right.
I wanted to hear about this guy that you were saying. Did it turn out bad?
It's Arkeem Ra. He was a Montauk Time soldier, and he's also been like SSP, and he a lot of people in the chat know who he is and stuff, and he has an alter named Edward, and his alter Edward is like British, and but Arkeem's like an American. It's like it's very interesting. I think that interview is still on my Rumble or something like that.
I have to watch that. So, I guess what I'm getting at is, I know there's people out there that can't get along with their altar or other things. I mean, like I said when we started, this is amazing. Like, this is awesome. Like, I'm thankful that I can do this, that I can come out, that Chris allows that. Like at first, he had to allow it. Okay, I'm not going to fight with him. I never pushed. I wanted to be here. Marcia kept talking to me through meditation and other things. I don't know how, but boy, she did. She reached in there hard. Even when they tried to push me out. And I will say this, when they pushed me out, it made me sad, man. Like
me too.
And it made
Chris sad.
It made Chris an asshole. I mean, to be honest, he had the caring part, but he cared so much that it made him an asshole, is what everybody says. Now, we work great together. We need each other. Okay. We need each other. I need him. As hard as that is to believe. I mean, I need the things he has, and I don't want to be integrated. Like I told Marcia, we do not need to be integrated into one. We are two, not ever. We are two different people. Okay, we are two different people. We work great together, and as long as that stays that way, sometimes Chris needs his time. Okay, and he can have that. Sometimes I need my time, and he allows that. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we're together and it's awesome, dude. But
it's actually working out really good.
Yeah. So I don't want to be integrated. Like I told her, do not try to integrate us because we're two different people. And if you put me into him so much, I'm going to try to get out again, and I'm going to try to get out. I mean, I love what we have now, and I will not upset Chris. Like, I will play pranks on him like I do, and I love it. And I will share life with him. I love his kids. I love the people he loves in his life. It wasn't I don't think childhood trauma. Now, I had trauma. Chris has had trauma, a whole bunch. I mean, like more than you could imagine, but I saw that as dreams. Okay. I saw that as bad dreams to me. Okay. But he's had that trauma. Me, I've had trauma, but it was in the SSP. Like, I was fully there, fully in there, all this good stuff. Maybe on another time or something, if you could get some more people have more questions, I'll answer anything you have. I'll tell you what I saw. Now, there will be things that I can't tell you that I've saw. I can hint to it, and I can tell you things that I've done. But it's just a little hard to tell some things. Like, even though I'm free, but I'm still in Chris's body, like, I don't want to cause harm to him because it's going to cause harm to me. If they come after me, they're coming after him. You get what I'm saying? And the more that I'm open about it, the more it makes a little bit of a target. But hey, this isn't anything. I mean, we're not scared. I mean, Chris would probably have a little anxiety, but I can feel that nothing bad's going to happen. So I'm good, man.
I get them to fill into everything. So that's why I feel comfortable doing it, because I had them both check into it. And I was like, fill into that and make sure everything's going to be okay doing this. But he's like, no, it's good. So as long as they're feeling good about it, I trust it, because they're dead on every time. Yeah, we are twin flames, and that's complicated. When you meet your twin flame in person, it gets real weird, and it will bring out all your trauma and mirror all kind of shit back to you. And if you don't fix it, it's going to fuck you up. And it's going to fuck them up. So you have to be on your game and ready to heal anything that you know. He doesn't have any other. I
was going to answer that one. No, I don't have any other altars. I mean, they could have spliced some stuff, but Chris and I have this great connection, and anything else outside of it, I don't know. I honestly can't answer a full no, but I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Sorry, Rob. Was looking through the questions trying to answer some of them.
You're okay. You're okay. I kind of agree with what Marcia said, because I was at a twin flame relationship. I broke up with a girl in 2023, and it messed me up bad. Like, it was.
Yeah. It'll fuck you up if you're not ready for it. So and as I've said on other podcasts, Chris and I have, or Mike also, we have a very unique connection where whatever happens to him happens to me, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. We have this tie because we are twin flames. So there's this bleed through across him and I that is similar to like an altar bleed through. So where an altar's experiencing something and you're feeling it in your body, same with us. We feel everything physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually the same. If he's getting attacked, I'm getting attacked. As though
she could tell I wanted some ice cream earlier.
I know.
I never got that, man. Look, I'm a junk food eater because I never got it.
Yeah.
I did want to answer this question. It's strange there are no memories from the altar's childhood, which is me. I hate to be, I know everybody's going to call me the altar because I am the altar. Okay. I'm the second. I don't like that because I'm Mike. I'm Mike, but I understand. I will say this. I do have childhood memories, but they are, pretty much, it's like trauma, but they're pretty much military from when I could remember. I can remember being injected daily for a long time. I remember basic training and you got to bear with me with the ages here. Like I said, it's all military. It's all being told what to do, when to eat. At 16, we went to the moon. I was taking the moon, like I said, and first time in space, I threw my guts up. I didn't enjoy it. I went to the moon for basic training. And that time we took a ship. For some reason, I don't know why, but we took ships from Earth to the moon, and then anywhere else there was portal. I don't think I've ever transported from Earth to another place by portal. I have always been on the moon when I've traveled by portal. And that sounds weird as hell.
No, it doesn't.
That's the way it is. I mean, that's what goes on. And like I said, it's about 5 seconds of absolute fucking pain. It hurts, but it's only for 5 seconds. But it feels like your skin's being melted off. It's not something that's all fun and everything else. Mike, definitely. Yes, I do absolutely talk more.
Yeah. He wanted to do the podcast. Chris would be like,
Chris
oh my
doesn't.
God.
Chris feels a little what you call it? Chris doesn't like people, as much. Chris doesn't like interacting with
He
people.
Likes people. He's
just more of a shut-in.
Yeah.
Hold on, it's hard to keep up with these. I do talk much. How's everybody doing? Great.
Well, I'll tell you something while he's looking. When Chris,
Why was I trained? What's that one?
why
or where? That's why. Why were you trained? I don't get that one, but I was trained to, do what I had to do.
So one thing is when Chris pulled off, when he started getting all that pancreatitis, and I told you he pulled off his pain body, it was fighting with him as bad as it was fighting with me. His pain body was a motherfucker. And I'm telling you, I know this from other people. When you have a whole lot of trauma and you push it out of yourself, it becomes an entity in the astral. Okay, so that is something at some point we're going to have to reel back in, because anything that we experience like that, when you push trauma out real hard out of your body and you're not transmuting it, it becomes something bad. So there's definitely something we got to go round back up. But that was like an entity, and it was a pain body, and it was a fucker. It went after him as bad as it went after me. So we have something very in common. We hated it, and it hated us. I've always loved Mike, but that entity was a fucker.
Who's that?
I don't know.
No, can you read it out for me?
Chief Mustache.
Yeah, he wanted to know, why were these altars made? Does he know assassination torture? Yes, that's what I did. Don't want to hardly, it's hard to get on there online, so they don't shut anything off or bleep anything. But yes, that is what I did. Yeah, I still have those memories, and in this body, in Chris's body, I could do everything I was trained to do there. All those memories are still there, every bit of them. It's hard to know. I don't want to get into that, but it's different. It's different being groomed and raised to do that, and then magically popping into where you don't have to do it anymore.
Magically popping into another body is so bizarre.
Where you don't have to do it. Like I said, we're making great partners, Chris and I, but I still have every bit of those memories. It's hard to go from, like I said, I'll say cleaning for the assassination part. It's hard to go from cleaning all the time, every day, to, not cleaning, not doing anything. But it's nice. It's more peaceful. But like I said, it's hard to go from where you've been trained to this. But I'm very thankful for it. Okay, I'm very thankful for it. And I'm very thankful for Marcia and Chris. I wouldn't be here without them both. Like, they helped bring me in from the other body. Like I said, that Chris was also hooked to, but he saw it as dreams. You're very welcome for answering your question. I like your name there, Mustache.
Mike had to have a mustache.
Rock the mustache.
Chris wears the goatee.
And you see who's winning that fight.
I said, make him happy. Make him happy.
Nah, he's really good. He's really, caring, and he understands. Like I said, he understands.
So this is the thing. When you bring in your altars, you've got to make them happy, because if you don't,
only if they're good ones, I guess.
Yeah, well, I know. I mean, they are aspects of you. They are parts of you, and they need to be happy within your body. And I did not know this shit happened. I thought once you integrated, there was some mental integration and it was over with. But no, they can be unhappy within the body, causing a lot of problems. And that was happening for a little bit. But as Chris accepted him and they started working together, then
it works out great.
Yeah, it works out great. So, when you integrate altars, you've got to work with them. You don't just integrate and it's done. And this is something I had to learn.
I like answering questions.
So this is a trip. Go for it.
Fun. All right here. What was my job? Well, my main job was, the assassin part and the torture. Now, in saying that, There were days where you were infantry, if you needed to be. The people that were trained to kill, you know, can I say that? Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I
The
mean,
people
we
that
didn't
were
say a
trained,
lot,
the people
so,
that were
you know.
trained to do that, do that. No, when they're told. There's not always people that need assassinated. There are times where you're called up to do that. But yes, that was my main job. I was really good at it. I'm very sneaky. I just have those memories, man, and they're amazing memories, man. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, the things I've done some were bad, but some were just cool as hell. Like you see on the movies, dude, like, but why I was there on the moon, why I was there when they took me there at 16 was basic. It was a little more basic. I say I've been trained my whole life, but that was the part of basic. You go there to get oriented to be in different gravity, space travel. The gravity is different. Everyone knows on the moon. So therefore you have to train in that light gravity. It's totally different, man. So you have to learn to fight in lower gravity. That they take you other places. I don't take you. You go to other places, and you learn that gravity also. I mean, when you're fighting, you can't just go from Earth gravity to kicking ass on Mars or on Earth, and the gravity is totally different. I mean, you are stronger coming from Earth, but you have to learn how to, just do it in different gravities, different aspects of everything. But yeah, man, that's it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this was an amazing show. I'll just say real quick before we go, does anybody have any other questions? Like before, sorry, go ahead, Mike. Yeah.
No, you're good. Right here, Bree. Yes, there were just humans when I was there. I have seen envoys, however you want to say it, from different planets. There's a lot of that going on. And before I came completely into Chris, things were starting to work their way to come out. I think everybody's going to get to see some stuff soon. And I think it's going to be really awesome, really fascinating. They're going to try to make some stuff look scary, but just stick to your beliefs and, don't let anybody tell you any different. But yes, humans were just there when I was there. But yes, envoys and, other species were there. They don't train there. We don't really train. I did not see any alien, any, other people trained. And I like to say species just because, sort of alien has sort of been turned into a shitty word. So yeah, there's been a lot of different species there, but not when I was there. Surprised you're so chill about this.
Yeah, Mike's chill.
Yeah, look, I understand. I know about the things that I've done. I'm going to be honest with you. I was trained to do that. They don't bother me. I may have done some bad stuff. And I'm really, I'll say it one time, I'm sorry. But I did what I had to do to live, and I did what I was trained to do. And some of them, I will tell you this, some of the bad things that I've done, everyone's alive because of it. I'm not just me, but other people that were in this, that took part in certain things also. I mean, there's things every day that none of you guys, well, I say none of us now because I don't even know now. But before that, there's things that none of you guys know that happen every day. I mean, every day. Our lives are at stake every day. But somebody's there that's been trained to do bad shit to take care of it. So yes, I'm very chill. I'm just a chilled person. Maybe that's part of why I was just so good at what I do. I'm not one of those people that, oh my goodness, I just did that. Oh my goodness, I just did that. I did it. It's over. Oh shit, I can't go back.
Yeah.
Does that make me an asshole? Maybe, but I just am who I am.
Yeah. This was fascinating. This was really interesting. Like, yeah, like, well, yeah, like, do you guys want to tell people how they can reach you? Yeah, thanks. And yeah, like, tell people how they can reach you guys. And thank you for doing this. This was awesome.
Yeah.
You're welcome, man. I appreciate it. Like I said, maybe she can talk Chris into being on here and he can fill in the other half, but I don't really know.
I doubt it.
But yeah, there were just a couple more questions. Are there 2 moons? I do not think there are. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. So far as you know,
There
yes.
was
So
some
far as I know, yes. Hold on.
Yeah,
sorry.
he don't have the PTSD. The PTSD is all Chris. Mike is chill as shit.
Yes, there are grays.
There was some higher up, I think.
No, I looked.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, man. I'm just trying to make sure we get all these questions. I like answering questions. It's easier to answer questions than it is to just.
Mike don't mind talking. Chris never wanted to talk.
So just join the chat. Hey, are there departments on the?
Yeah, that's what's it going.
Yes. What is it? I've just joined the chat. There are departments on the Marine Dark. I mean, yeah, there's some things there that are there that I wasn't privy to, just like there is all over the place. I mean, I would probably say 4 little building look structures that were near us when we went down that we never went to, we weren't allowed to go to. So yeah, probably some really bad shit goes on over there. But like I said, people just don't realize that our lives are at stake every day. But there are people that do what I used to have to do that just take care of it. I mean, it's just a job. I mean, it's a job.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I could talk to you guys. And if you have any more questions, just let Marcia know and I'll be happy to answer them.
Yeah, we can do a part 2. We can do a part 2 for sure. Absolutely. Like, this will just be the first part. Yeah. And we got to do a part 2 about Zay too, Marcia. We got to.
I got to study some notes. Yeah. There's so much shit going on. I don't even know where to start. There's so much material. I seriously need to get out fast. A lot of it too, I've learned about working with altars have been.
Oh, hold on. This question's come up a bunch. Is it a satellite? Oh man,
is what a satellite?
The moon.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. I honestly do not think so. When I was there, we went underground. And that was, where we did our training. It was pretty much like you in a cave, very big cave. They had big caverns and everything like that. But it was rock that I saw. I mean, unless there's something deep in the moon. Like I said, that those other things go to. I don't want to sit here and tell you there's not when there may be. It may be, but as far as I know, no. It's 100% rock and dust. And the dust is a pain in the ass. The dust is aggravating, man. I will say that. Clean off your clothes when you go back in. Yeah. But anyway, I appreciate everything. And thank you guys for having me on, Rob. Thank you. And I hope I didn't offend anybody, but.
No, you're good. You're good. This was great. Yeah. And and thank you everyone. And and thank you, Marcia, and thank you, Mike. And I will see you guys later on tonight. And
okay.
Thanks, guys.